Welcome to another episode of D&J Drives. Today is the 20th of April and it's 5:15 p.m. in Barbados. The 20th of April 2024. So we're starting our tour today, re-entering Oistins, because when we recorded Oistins on the previous occasion, you may recall we were having major roadworks and it became difficult to capture 2 or 3 areas of interest. So this is Oistins. Again, we are entering Oistins from Welsh's Road. This is Welsh's and Oistins. Sorry, this is Welsh's in Christchurch. And this is Welsh's Road, which is Highway 7. And we are about to enter Oistins. So as usual on a Saturday evening, there's a build-up of traffic, so our entry to Oistins will be a bit slow at this point. But slow drives have proven to be beneficial to our subscribers who are Barbadian nationals living overseas. It's been very exciting to get messages and emails from Barbadians who left Barbados 30, 40 and in one case 50 something years ago. We are really happy that we are able to reunite you with your island. So please keep the comments coming, whether they be public or private. And my disclaimer today, as you know, this is a father-son duo, but I am not originally from Barbados. I live and work in Barbados, but I'm not originally from Barbados, and therefore I may get some of the information a bit inaccurate. For example, someone pointed out that I referred to the Sandy Crest Hospital as the Sandy Lane Hospital, or rather the Sandy Crest Medical Center as the Sandy Lane Medical Center. That was just a slip of the tongue, probably while driving. So that's my disclaimer. Any errors or omissions, please excuse this father-son duo. We've just entered Oistins, and you should remember the road that's coming up on the left after this gas station. On the previous occasion, we did take a drive up on this road here on the left, so we don't need to do that again. But we want to cover the other 2 roads that we were unable to on the previous occasion. As you can see from the last video, there's now a new fence enclosing the Oistins boatyard, and we did not venture up this road on the previous occasion, so this is a relatively new bar at the corner here. They call this Welsh's number 2 cul-de-sac. As you can see, there are some very attractive chattel houses. So the residents of Oistins enjoy this sort of little community. We're driving into the driveway here of 2 properties, so we'll just turn Right, so this was the area that we missed on the previous occasion because of all the roadworks and the traffic, and it sort of disrupted our tour on the previous occasion. So we're facing the boatyard, and we don't need to turn in there because we did that in the previous video. We have Joe's Pharmacy. We mentioned that in the previous video, but we didn't drive behind to show you the other side of the houses in that cul-de-sac that we just went through. And in front of you is the famous paling. Many homes in Barbados are separated by this paling, and there are calypsos and folklore and all sorts of stories about the paling in the village homes separated by paling, and that paling is usually there to allow for a certain degree of privacy. Next turn is into this road with this fast food outlet. There's a drive-through as well, so you can see the build-up in that line. It's a bit of a narrow road here. So this is another little community in Oistins. Bit of a wider road here. And we will go to the end, and if you look closely, you will see a railing there that has the little steps going up to Maxwell. Well, that's Church Hill. If you remember from our other video, we showed you the Christchurch Foundation School. That's one of the paths that the students use to get from Oistins or from the main road to the school or even to the church, because villagers use there to get onto that road, which is Church Hill, and then it takes you to Maxwell Hill Road as well. So these little communities here have those paths, well done, a path of steps taking you up. So we wanted to show you that. And this is a typical village in Barbados, but we are currently in Oistins. So we will just bypass these vehicles in the Chafette drive-through, a very popular fast food outlet. On the other video, we went through the KFC drive-through to give you a view of Oistins Hill. So this is what we excluded before. And you remember the Barinda Cox fish market. We covered a fair amount of that in our Oistins video. And you all should remember this road here, Oistins Hill. We went up and down Oistins Hill on the previous video, but we did not turn into some of the roads here as we'll do on this occasion. This one is Ashby Land number 1. All of this is part of Oistins. See, there's a little pasture for the children. Just trying to give you a nice view of it. And there's a road tennis pitch there. Road tennis is a sport that is very popular in Barbados, and I gather it was invented in Barbados. So in some of these communities you will see a road tennis court painted, and essentially it's almost like lawn tennis and almost like table tennis, and if you like, it can be described as a mixture of those two sports. This brings us back to Oistins Hill. It's a very sharp bend here, and you should remember here from the rest of the journey. So if we went up Oistins Hill, we turn right at the Christchurch Foundation School. And you can see this area to our right. You can see those steps, the end of the steps that I mentioned. We'll just stop right here, and you can see it on the right where that car just passed. That railing there is the other side of what we showed you from the cul-de-sac. So that's the rest of Oistins, and it was a very difficult decision to make this into an Oistins Part 2, but it was very difficult getting through those roadworks. So we're driving past the Christchurch Parish Church, and we will end this video and hope that you enjoy this Oistins Part 2, if you like, just to complete the initial or the first Oistins video that we did. So we want to say thank you for viewing, thank you for the growing subscriber base, and please continue to share our videos, because it's a very important mission that we're on, to showcase the beauty of Barbados, the road network, and all of the activities that are available for tourists and even locals. So signing off, this is D&J Drives at 5:30 on the 20th of April 2024.